As I remember, Adam, my father bequeathed me by will 1,000 crowns, and charged my brother on his blessing to breed me well. And there begins my sadness. My brother Jacques he keeps at school, and report speaks goldenly of his profit. For my part, he keeps me rustically at home, or, to speak more properly, stays me here at home unkept. But to call you that keeping, for a gentleman of my birth, that differs not from the stalling of an ox. But I, his brother, gain nothing under him but growth, for the which his animals on his dunghills are as much bound to him as I. Besides this nothing that he so plentifully gives me, the something that nature gave me, his countenance seems to take from me. He lets me feed with his hinds, bars me the place of a brother, and as much as in him lies, minds my gentility with my education. This is it, dear Adam, that grieves me, and the spirit of my father, which I think is in me, begins to mutiny against this servitude. Yet I know no wise remedy how to avoid it.
Yonder comes my master, your brother.
Now, sir, what make you here?
Nothing. I am not taught to make anything.
What are you then, sir?
Very, sir. I am helping you to mar that which God has made. A poor, unworthy brother of yours with idleness.
Marry, sir, be better employed and be not a while.
Shall I keep your hogs and eat husks with them? What prodigal portion have I spent that I should come to such penury?
Know you where you are, sir?
Oh, so very well, here in your orchard.
Know you before whom, sir?
Eh! Better than him I am before knows me. You are my elder brother, and in the gentle condition of blood you should so know me. The courtesy of nations allows you my better, and that you are the firstborn, but the same tradition takes not away my blood, were there 20 brothers betwixt us. I have as much of my father in me as you, albeit I confess, your coming before is nearer to his reverence.
What, boy?
Come, elder brother, you are too young in this.
Oh, wilt thou lay hands on me, villain?
I am no villain. I am the youngest son of Sir Rowland de Boys. He was my father, and he is thrice a villain that says such a father ever begot villains. What do thou want, my brother? I will not take this hand from thy throat till this other hand had put thy tongue out for saying so.
Sweet masters, be patient. For your father's remembrance, be at accord.
Let me go, I say!
I will not till I please. You shall hear me. My father charged you in his will to give me good education. You have trained me like a peasant, hiding and obscuring from me all gentlemanlike qualities. Therefore, allow me such exercises as may become a gentleman, or give me the poor lottery my father left me by testament. With that I will go by my fortunes.
And what wilt thou do? Beg when that is spent? Well, sir, get you in. Or not long be troubled with you. You should have some part of your will. I pray you leave me.
I will no longer offend you than becomes me for my good.
I get you with them, you old dog.
Is old dog to be my reward? Most true, I have lost my teeth in your service. God be with my old master. He would not have spoke such a word.
Is it even so? Begin you to grow upon me. I will physic your redness and it give you no 1,000 crowns neither. Ah! Hold on! Was not Charles the Duke's wrestler here to speak with me?
So it please you, Charles is at the door and importunes access to you.
Call him in. It'll be a good way, and tomorrow the wrestling is.
Goodbye to your worship.
Good news, Sir Charles. What's the new news in the new court?
There's no news in the court, sir, but the old news. That is, the old Duke is banished by his younger brother, the new Duke. The three or four loving lords have put themselves in voluntary exile with him.
What? You wrestle tomorrow for the new Duke?
Marry do I, sir, and I come to acquaint you with the matter. I am given, sir, secretly, to understand that the younger brother Orlando has the disposition to come against me to try a fault. Tomorrow, sir, I wrestle to my own credit, and he who escapes me without some broken limb shall acquit him well. Your brother is but young and tender, and for your love I'll be loath to foil him, as I must for my own honor if you do come in.
Charles, I thank thee for thy love to me. Therefore, use thy discretion. I had his leave. Thou didst break his neck as his finger, and thou wouldst best look to it, for he will practice against thee by poison, entrap thee by some treacherous device, and never leave thee till they have taken thy life by some indirect means or other. There's not one so young and so villainous this day living.
I'm heartily glad I came hither to you. If he come tomorrow, I'll give him his payment. If ever he go alone again, I'll never wrestle for prize more. So God keep your worship.
Farewell, good Charles. Now, will I stir this gamester? I hope I shall see an end of him. For my soul, that I know not why, hates nothing more than he. Yet, he's gentle, never schooled, and yet learned, full in love with a vice, of all sorts enchantingly beloved, and indeed, so much in the heart of the world, that I am altogether misprized. But it shall not be so long. The restless shall clear off. Nothing remains but that I kindle the boy thither, which now I'll go about.
I pray thee, Rosalind, oh sweet my colours, be merry.
Dear Celia, I show thee more mirth than I am mistress of. And would you I were marrier? Unless you can teach me to forget a banished father, you mustn't learn me to remember any extraordinary pleasures.
Herein, I see thou lovest me not with the full weight that I love thee. If my uncle, thy banished father, had banished thy uncle, the Duke, my father, so thou hadst been still with me, I would have taught my love to take thy father for mine. So it's thou, if the truth of thy love to me was so righteously tempered as mine is to thee.
Well, I shall forget the condition of my estate to rejoice in yours.
You know my father hath no child but I, nor none is like to have. And truly, when he dies, thou shalt be his heir. For what he hath taken away from thy father perforce, I will render thee again in affection. Oh, by mine honour I will, and when I break that oath, let me turn monster. Therefore, my sweet Rose, my dear Rose, be merry.
From henceforth I will, coz, and devise sports. Let me see. Oh, what think you of falling in love?
Marry, I prithee do, to make sport withal, but love no man in good earnest, nor no further in sport. Neither then with the safety of a pure blush thou mayst in honour come off again.
What shall be our sport then?
Let us sit, and mark the good housewife Fortune from her wheel, that her gifts may henceforth be bestowed equally.
I would we could do so, for her fortunes are mightily misplaced, and the bountiful blind woman doth most mistake in her gifts to women.
'Tis true, for those that she makes fair, she scarce makes honest, and those that she makes honest, she makes very ill-favouredly.
Nay, thou goest from Fortune's office to Nature's. Fortune reigns in gifts of the world, not in the lineaments of nature.
No, when nature hath made a fair creature, may she not by fortune fall into the fire? Though nature hath given us wit to flout at fortune, hath not fortune sent in this fool to cut off the argument?
Indeed, there is fortune too hard for nature, when fortune makes nature's natural, the cutter off nature's wit.
Peradventure, this is not fortune's work neither, but nature's, who perceiveth our natural wit too dull to reason of such goddesses, and hath sent this natural for our whetstone. For always the dullness of the fool is the whetstone of the wits. How now, wit, whither wander you?
Mistress, you must come away to your father.
Were you made the messenger?
Oh no, by mine honour, but I was bid to come for you.
Where learned you that oath, fool?
Of a certain knight, who swore on his honour that the pancakes were good, and swore on his honour that the mustard was not. Now I'll stand to it. The pancakes were not, and the mustard was good. And yet was not the knight forsworn?
How prove you that in the great heap of your knowledge?
Ay, marry now, unmuzzle your wisdom.
Stand you both forth now, stroke your chins, and swear by your beards that I am a knave.
By our beards, if we had them, thou art.
By my knavery, if I had it, I were. But if you swear by that was not. You are not forsworn. No more was this knight swearing by his honor, for he never had any. Or if he had sworn it away before ever he saw those pancakes or that mustard.
Oh, prithee, who is it that thou mean'st?
One that old Frederick your father loves.
My father's love is enough to honor him. Enough, speak no more of it. You will be whipped for taxation one of these days.
The more pity that fools may not speak wisely what wise men do foolishly.
By my troth, thou say'st true. For since the little wit that fools have was silenced, the little foolery that wise men have makes a great show. Oh, look! Here comes Monsieur Lebord,
With his mouth full of news.
which he will put on us as pigeons feed their young.
Then we shall be news crowned.
All the better. We shall be the more marketable. Bonjour, Monsieur Lebord. What is the news?
Fair princess, you have lost much good sport.
Sport? Of what colour?
What colour? How may I ask you, madam?
As wit and fortune will.
Or as the destiny's decrees.
Well said. That was laid on with a trowel.
Nay, if I keep not my rank.
Thou losest thy own smell.
You amaze me, ladies. I would have told you good wrestling, which you seem but lost sight of.
Yet tell us the manner of the wrestling.
I will tell you the beginning, and if it pleases your ladyships, you may see it to the end. For the best is yet to do, and here, where you are, is where they are coming to perform it.
Well, the beginning. That is dead and buried.
There comes an old man and his 3 sons, 3 proper young men of excellent build and presence. The eldest of which wrestled with Charles, the Duke's wrestler. And Charles, in a moment, threw him to the ground, breaking 3 of his ribs. But there was little hope of life left in him. And likewise he served the 2nd, and so the 3rd. Yonder they lie. The poor old man, their father, making such pitiful dole over them. All the beholders take his part with the weeping.
Alas!
But what is this sport, monsieur, that the ladies have lost?
Why dost thou speak of?
Oh, this is the first that I ever heard that breaking of ribs was sport for ladies.
All right, I promise thee.
Shall we see this wrestling, cousin?
Ah, well, you must if you stay here. For this is the place appointed for the wrestling, and they are ready to perform it.
They are coming. Let us now stay and see it.
Come on, since the youth will not be entreated, his own peril on his forwardness.
Is yonder the man?
Me, madam.
Alas, he is too young. Yet he looks successfully.
How now? Are you crept hither to see the wrestling?
Ay, my liege, so please you give us leave.
You will take little delight in it, I can tell you. In pity of the challenger's youth, I would fain dissuade him, but he will not be entreated. Speak to him, ladies. See if you can move him.
Oh, call him hither, good Monsieur Lebord.
Do so. I'll be not by.
Monsieur the Challenger, the princess calls for you.
I attend them for respect and duty.
Young man, have you challenged Charles the wrestler?
No, fair princess, he is the general challenger. I come but as in others do, to try with him the strength of my youth.
Young gentlemen, your spirits are too bold for your years. We pray you, for your own sake, to embrace your own safety and give over the attempt.
Do, young sir. Your reputation shall not therefore be misprized. We will make it our suit to the Duke that the wrestling might not go forward.
I beseech you, punish me not with your hard thoughts, wherein I confess me much guilty to deny such fair and excellent ladies anything. But let your fair eyes and gentle wishes go with me on my trial, wherein, if I be foiled, I do the world no injury. For in it I have nothing. Only in the world I fill up a place which may be better supplied when I have made it empty.
The little strength I have, I would it were with you.
And mine, to eke out hers.
Fare you well. Pray heaven I be deceived in you.
Your heart's desires be with you.
Come, where Where is this young gallant that is so desirous to lie with his mother earth?
Ready, sir, but his will hath in it a more modest work.
You shall try but one fall.
No, I want your grace. You should not entreat him to a second who have so mightily persuaded him to a first.
You mean to mock me after? You should not have mocked me before. But come your ways.
Now Hercules be thy speed, young man.
I would I were invisible to catch the strong fellow by the leg.
Let's go, Charles. Take him down.
Come, Charles.
Go for his legs. How do you do it? There you go. Well done.
Excellent, young man.
No more.
Yes, I beseech your grace. I am not yet well breathed.
How dost thou, Charles?
He cannot speak, my lord.
Bear him away.
Charles.
What is thy name, young man?
Orlando, my liege, the youngest son of Sir Rowland Boyce.
I would thou hadst been son to some man else. The world esteemed thy father honorable, but I did find him still mine enemy. Thou shouldst have better pleased me with this deed, hadst thou descended from a different house. But fare thee well, thou art a gallant youth. I would thou hadst told me of another father.
Were I my father, cuz? Would I do this?
I am more proud to be Sir Rowland's son, his youngest son, and will not change that calling to be adopted heir to Frederick.
My father loves Sir Rowland as his soul, and all the world is of my father's mind. Had I before known this young man his son, I should have given him tears into entreaties ere he thus adventured.
Oh, gentle cousin, let us go and thank him and encourage him. My father's rough and envious disposition sticks me at heart. Sir, you have well deserved. If you do keep your promises in love, but justly, as you have exceeded all promise, your mistress shall be happy.
Gentlemen, wear this for me. One out of suits with fortune, that could give more, but that her hand lacks means. Shall we go, cos?
Hey! Fare you well, fair gentlemen.
Can I not say, I thank you? My better parts are here thrown down, and that which here stands up is but a mere lifeless block.
He calls us back! My pride fell with my fortunes. I'll ask him what he would. Did you call, sir? Sir, you have wrestled well and have overthrown more than your enemies.
Shall we go, cuz?
Have a you are! Very well.
What passion hangs these weights from my tongue? I cannot speak to her. Yet she urged conference. Oh, poor Orlando, thou art overthrown, or Charles, or something weaker masters thee.
But, sir, I do in friendship counsel you to leave this place. Albeit you deserve high commendation, true applause, and
love. Such is the Duke's condition that he misconstrues all which you have done.
I thank you, and pray you tell me this, which of the two was daughter of the Duke that he was at the resting?
Neither his daughter, if we judge by manners, but yet indeed the smaller is his daughter. The other is daughter to the banished Duke, and here detained by her usurping uncle to keep his daughter company, whose loves are dearer than the natural bonds of sisters. But I can tell you that of late the Duke hath ta'en displeasure against his gentle niece, grounded upon no argument other than the people praise her for her virtues, and pity her for her good father's sake. But on my life, his malice against the lady will suddenly break forth. Sir, fare thee well.
I rest much bound unto you, fare you well. Thus must I from the smoke into the smother, from a tyrant duke unto a tyrant brother. But heavenly Rosalind,
No, some of it is for my child's father! Oh, how full of briars is this working day world!
Oh, they are but birds, cousin, thrown upon thee in holiday foolery. If we walk not on the trodden path, our very petticoats will catch them.
I could shake them off my coat! These birds are in my heart!
Oh, pen them away.
I would try, if I could cry, and have him!
Come, wrestle with thy affections.
Oh, they take a better part of the wrestler than myself!
Is it possible that on such a sudden you should find yourself with so strong a liking for old Sir Rowland's youngest son?
The Duke, my father, loved his father dearly.
Doth it therefore ensue that you should love his son dearly? By that chase I should hate him, for my father hated his father dearly. Yet I hate not Orlando.
No, Faith, hate him not for my sake.
Why should I not? Doth he not deserve well?
Let me love him for that, and you love him because I do. Look, here comes the Duke.
With his eyes full of anger.
Mistress, dispatch you with your safest haste and get you from our court.
Me, uncle?
You, cousin. Within these 10 days, if thou beest found so near our public court as 20 miles, thou diest for it.
I do beseech your grace, let the knowledge of my fault bear with me.
Let it suffice thee that I trust thee not.
Yet your mistrust cannot make me a traitor.
Thou art thy father's daughter. There's enough.
So was I when your highness took his dukedom. So was I when your highness banished him. Treason is not inherited, my lord, or if we did derive it from our friends, what's that to me? My father was no traitor. Then good, my liege, mistake me not so much to think my poverty is treacherous.
Oh, dear sovereign, hear me speak.
Ay, Celia, we stayed her for your sake, else had she with her father ranged along.
I did not then entreat to have her stay. It was your own pleasure and your own remorse. If she be a traitor, why, so am I.
She is too subtle for thee, and her smoothness, her very silence, and her patience speak to the people, and they pity her. Thou art a fool. She robs thee of thy name, and thou wilt show more bright and seem more virtuous when she is gone. Then open not thy lips. Firm and irrevocable is my doom which I have passed upon her. She is banished.
Pronounce that sentence on me, my liege. I cannot live out of her company.
You are a fool. You, niece, provide yourself. If you outstay the time, upon mine honor and in greatness of my word, you die.
Oh, my watch thee, be not thou more grieved than I am.
I have more cause.
Thou hast not, cousin. Prithee, be cheerful. Knowest thou not the Duke hath banished me? His daughter!
That he hath not.
No, hath not. Let my father seek another heir. Therefore, devise with me how we may fly, whither to go, and what to bear with us. Oh, for by this heaven now at our sorrows pale. Oh, say what thou canst, I'll go along with thee.
Why, whither shall we go?
Oh, to seek my uncle in the Forest of Arden.
Alas, what danger will it be to us maids as we are to travel forth so far? Beauty provoketh thieves quicker than gold.
I'll put myself in poor and mean attire, and with a kind of umber smirch my face. The like do you, so shall we pass along and never stir assailants.
Were it not better, because I am more than common tall, that I did suit me at all points like a man? Oh, a gallant cudgel axe upon my thigh, a boar spear in my hand, and in my heart lie there one hidden woman's fear their will.
What shall I call thee when thou art a man?
Oh, I'll have no worse a name than Jove's own page, and therefore, look you, call me Ganymede.
Ganymede.
But what will you be called?
Something that hath a reference to my estate. No longer Celia, but Aliena.
But cousin, what if we essayed to steal that clownish fool from your father's court? Would he not be a source of comfort to our travels?
Oh, he'll go over the white world with me. Leave me alone to woo him. Now, let us away and get our jewels and wealth. Devise the fittest time, safest plan to hide ourselves from the pursuit that will be made after my flight. Now, go we in content to liberty and not to banishment.
Who's there?
What? Oh, my young master. Oh, my gentle master. Oh, my sweet master. Oh, you memory of old Sir Roland. Why, what make you here? Your praises come too swiftly home before you.
Why, what's the matter?
Oh, unhappy youth, come not within these doors. Within this roof the enemy of all your graces lives. Your brother. No, no brother. Yet the son. Yet not the son. I shall not call him the son of him who I was about to call his father. Hath heard your praises, and this very night he means to burn the lodging where you used to lie, and you within it. This is no place. This house is but a butchery. Abhor it. Fear it. Do not enter it.
Why, whither, Adam, wouldst thou have me go?
No matter whither, so come you not here.
What, wouldst thou have me go and beg my food? Or with a base and boisterous sword enforce a thievish living on the common road? I rather will subject me to a malice of a diverted blood and bloody brother.
But do not so. I have 500 crowns. The thrifty hire I saved under your father, which I did store to be my foster nurse, when service should in these old limbs lie lame, and unregarded age in corners thrown. Take that, and he that doth the ravens feed, yea, providently caters for the sparrow. Be comfort to me in my age. Here is the gold. All this I give you. Let me be your servant. Though I look old, yet I am strong and lusty. Let me be your servant. I'll do the service of a younger man in all your business and necessities.
Oh, good old man, we'll go along together, and ere we have thy youthful wages spent, we'll light upon some settled or content.
Go on, master, and I will follow thee to the last gasp with truth and loyalty.
Can it be possible that no man saw them? It cannot be. Some villains of my court have consented sufferance in this.
I cannot hear of any that have seen her. The ladies, her attendants of her chamber, saw her bed, and in the morning early found the bed untreasured of their mistress.
My lord, the Roynish clown at whom your grace was wont to laugh is also missing. Hesperia, the princess's gentlewoman, confesses that she secretly o'erheard your daughter and her cousin much commend the parts and graces of the wrestler that did but lately foil the sinewy Charles. She believes that wherever they are gone, that youth is surely in their company.
Send to his brother. Fetch that gallant hither. If he be absent, bring his brother to me. I'll make him find him. Do this suddenly, and let not search and inquisition quail to bring again these foolish runaways.
Now, my co-mates and brothers in exile, hath not old custom made this life more sweet than that of painted folk? Are not these woods more free from peril than the envious court? But here feel we but the icy fang and churlish chiding of winter's winds, which as it bites and blows upon my body, even till I shrink with cold, I smile and say, this is not flattery. These are counsellors, which feelingly persuade me what I am. Sweet are the uses of adversity, and this, our life exempt from public halt, finds the tongues in the trees, books in the running brooks, sermons in stones, and good in everything.
I would not change it. Happy is your grace that can translate the stubbornness of fortune into so quiet and so sweet a style.
Oh, come, shall we go and kill us venison? And yet, it irks me that the poor dappled fools, being native burghers of this desert city, should, in their own confines with forked heads, have their round haunches gored.
My lord, Jaques the melancholy grieves at that, and swears that you do more usurp than do your brother that had banished you. Today, my lord Amiens and myself did steal behind him as he lay along under an oak whose antique roof peeps along the brook, which brawls along this wood, to which place a poor sequestered stag that from a hunter's aim had ta'en a hurt, did come to languish.
And, what said Jaques? Did he moralize this spectacle?
Oh yes, into 1,000 similes. Anon a careless herd, full of the pasture, jumps along by him, and never stays to greet him. Ay, quoth Jaques, sweep on, you fat and greasy citizens. 'Tis just the fashion. Wherefore do you look upon that horrid, broken bankrupt there? Thus, most invectively he pierceth through the body of country, city, court. Yea, and of this our life swearing that we are mere usurpers, tyrants, and what's worse, to fright the animals and to kill them up in their assigned and native dwelling place.
And did you leave him in this contemplation?
We did, my lord. We've been commenting on the sobbing deer.
Show me the place! I love to coax him in these sullen fits. Well, then he's full of matter.
I'll bring you to him straight.
Oh, Jupiter! How weary are my spirits!
I cannot if my legs were not weary.
I can find in my heart to disgrace my man's apparel and cry like a woman. Oh, alas, I must comfort the weaker vessels, doublet to nose or to show itself courageous with petticoat. Therefore, courage, good Aliena,
Bear with me. I cannot go no further.
For my part, I'd rather bear with you than bear you.
Well, this is the Forest of Arden.
Hey. Now my Arden the more fool I. When I was at home, I was in a better place. But travelers must be content.
Hey, be so good, Touchstone. Look you who comes here, a young man in an old and solemn talk.
That is the way to make her scorn you still.
Oh, Corin, that thou knewst how I do love her.
I partially guess, for I have loved her now.
No, Corin, being old, thou canst not guess. Though in thy youth thou wast as true a lover as ever sighed upon a midnight pillow. But if thy love were ever like to mine, as sure I think did never man love so, how many actions most ridiculous hast thou been drawn to by thy fantasy?
Into 1,000, which I have forgotten.
Oh, thou didst then never love so heartily. If thou rememberest not the slightest folly that ever love did make thee run into, thou hast not loved. Or, if thou hast not sat as I do now, wearying thy ear in thy mistress's praise, thou hast not loved. Or, if thou hast not broke from company abruptly, as my passion now makes me, thou hast not loved. Oh, Phoebe! Phoebe! Phoebe!
Oh, last little shepherd.
Phoebe!
Searching of thy wound, I have by hard adventure found mine own.
And I mine. We that are true lovers run into strange capers. For as all is mortal in nature, so is all nature in love, mortal in folly.
Thou speakest wiser than thou art aware of.
Nay, I shall ne'er know where my own wits till I break my shins against it.
Job, this shepherd's passion is much upon my fashion.
And mine. Yet, it grows something stale with me.
I pray you, what of you question yond woman if she for gold will give us any food? I faint almost to death.
Holler, you clown!
Peace, fool. She's not thy kinsman. Who calls?
Your betters, man.
Else are they very wretched. Peace. Good even. Good even. Good even to you, friend. And to you, gentle sir, and to you all. I pray thee, if but love or gold can in this desert place buy us some entertainment, bring us where we may rest ourselves and feed. Here lies a young maid with travels much oppressed, and faints for succor.
Fair sir, I pity her, and wish for her sake more than for mine own that my fortunes were more able to relieve her. But I am shepherd to another man, and do not shear the fleeces that I graze. My master is of churlish disposition, and little recks to find the way to heaven by doing deeds of hospitality. Besides, his coat, his fleeces, his pounds of feed are now on sale, and at the sheepcote now, by reason of his absence, there is nothing that you will feed on. But what is, come and see, and in my own voice most welcome shall you be.
Who is he that shall buy his flock in pasture?
That young swain that you saw here but erewhile, who little cares for buying anything.
I pray thee, if it stands with honesty, buy thou the cottage, pasture, and the flock, and thou shalt have to pay for it of us.
And we will mend thy wages. Oh, I like this place and willingly could waste my time in it.
Well, assuredly the thing is to be sold. Go with me, if you like upon report, the soil, the profit, and this type of life. I shall your very faithful feeder be, and buy it with your gold right suddenly.
prithee more. I could suck melancholy from a song like a weasel sucks an egg. More, I prithee more.
My voice is ragged. I know I cannot please you.
I do not desire you to please me. I do desire you to sing. Come, more, another stanza. Call you him Stanzos?
What you will, Monsieur Jacques.
Will you sing?
Well, I'll end the song, says Cover the While. The Duke will drink under this tree. He hath been all this day to look you.
And I have been all this day to avoid him. He's too disputable for my company. I think of as many matters as he, but I give thanks to heaven and make no boast of them. Come, Warble, come.
Who doth ambition shun, and loves to live in the sun, seeking the food he eats, and sleeps with what he gets. Come hither, come hither, come hither, here shall he see no enemy. Come hither, for winter of weather and peace.
I'll give you a verse in this note which I made yesterday despite of my invention.
And I'll sing it. And if it do come to pass that any man turn harshly ring his wealth and his ease of stubborn will to please, Doctor, here shall he see, grow smooth as he, and if he will come to me under the greenwood tree. What's that, Doctor?
Why, it is a Greek invocation to call fools into a circle. I'll sleep if I can.
And I'll go seek the Duke. His banquet is prepared.
Kind master. Oh, I can go no further. Oh, I die for food. Here I lie down and measure out my grave. Farewell, kind master. Oh, how now, Adam? Hold death a while at the arm's end. Come, I will bear thee to some shelter, and thou shalt not die for lack of a dinner. If this uncouth forest yield anything savage, I will either be food for it, or bring it as food to thee. Cheerly, good Adam.
Likely he'd been transformed into a beast, for never I can find him like a man.
My lord, he is but even now gone hence. Here he was merry, hearing of a song.
If he grows musical, we shall shortly have discord in the spheres. Go and seek him out. Tell him I would speak with him.
He saved my labor by his own approach.
Ah, why? How now, monsieur? What a life is this, that your poor friends must woo your company? What, you look merrily?
A fool. A fool. I meant a fool in the forest. A motley. As I do live by food, I met a fool, who laid him down and basked him in the sun. Good morrow, fool, quoth I.
No, sir, quoth he. Call me not fool till heaven hath sent me fortune.
And then he pulled a dial from out his poke, and says very wisely,
"'Tis 10 o'clock. Thus you may see," quoth he, "how the world wags. 'Tis but an hour ago since it was 9, and after 1 hour more 'twill be 11. And so, from hour to hour we ripe, and then from hour to hour we rot and rot. And thereby hangs a tale."
When I did hear the motley fool thus morale the time, my lungs began to grow like Chanticleer, that fools should be so deep contemplative. I did laugh sans intermission an hour by his dial. Oh, noble fool, oh, worthy fool, motley's the only wear.
What fool is this?
One that hath been a courtier, and says,
"If ladies be but fair, they have the gift to know it."
and in his brain, which is as dry as a remainder biscuit after a voyage, strange places crammed with observation that he bends in mangled form. Oh, that I were a fool. I am ambitious for a motley coat.
Thou shalt have one.
It is my only suit, provided you read your better judgments of all opinion which grows rank in them, that I am wise. I must have liberty withal, as large a charter as the wind to blow on whom I please. For so fools have. Invest me in my motley. Give me leave to speak my mind, and through and through I will cleanse the foul body of the infected world, if they will patiently receive my visit. But who comes?
Forbear and eat no more,
Why, I have eaten none yet.
and shalt not till necessity be served.
Art thou thus bold in demand by thy distress, or else a rude despiser of good manners, that in civility thou seemst so empty?
You touched my vein at first. The thorny point of bare distress hath ta'en from me the show of smooth civility. But I am in and bred, and know some nurture. But forbear, I say, he dies that touches any of this fruit, till I and my affairs are answered.
And you'll not be answered with reason, I must die.
What would you have?
Your gentleness should force more than your force move us to gentleness.
I almost die for food, and let me have it.
Sit down and feed, and welcome to our table.
Speak you so gently. Pardon me, I pray you. I thought that all things had been savage here, and therefore put I on the countenance of stern commandment. But whate'er you are, that in this desert inaccessible, under the shade of melancholy boughs, lose and neglect the creeping hours of time. If ever you have looked upon better days, if ever been where bells have knolled to church, if ever sat at any good man's feast, if ever from your eyelids wiped a tear, and know what it is to pity and to be pitied. Let gentleness my strong enforcement be, in the which hope I blush and hide my sword.
Well, 'tis true. We have seen better days, and have with holy bell been knolled to a church, or have sat at good men's feast, and wiped our eyes with those droplets which sacred pity hath engendered. And so, therefore, sit you down in gentleness, and take upon command what help we have.
Then, but forbear your food a little whilst, like a doe, I go to find my fawn and give it food. There is an old poor man who after me hath many a weary step lived in pure love. Until he be first sufficed, I will not touch a bit.
Go and seek him out, and we will nothing waste till you return.
I thank you, and be blessed for your good comfort.
Thou seest, we are not alone, I'm happy. This wide and universal theatre presents more woeful pageants than the scene wherein we play in.
All the world's a stage. All the men and women merely players. They have their exits and their entrances. And in one man's time he plays many parts, his acts being 7 ages. At first the infant, mewling and puking in the nurse's arms. And then the whining schoolboy with shining morning face and satchel, creeping like snail unwillingly towards school. And then the lover, sighing like a furnace with woeful ballads to his mistress's eyebrow. And then the soldier, full of strange oaths and bearded like a pard, jealous in honor, sudden and quick in quarrel, seeking the bubble reputation even in the cannon's mouth. And then the justice, with fair round belly and good capon lined, with eyes severe and beard of formal cut, full of wise saws and modern instances. And so he plays his part, the sixth age shifts into the lean and slippered pantaloon, with spectacles on nose and pouch on side. His youthful hose well saved, a world too wide for his shrunk shank. His big, manly voice turning again toward treble pipes and whistles in his sound. Last scene of all that ends this strange, eventful history. His second childishness and mere oblivion. Sans eyes, sans teeth, sans taste, sans everything.
Oh, welcome! Set down your venerable burden, and let him feed. I beg the most for him. Oh, welcome.
So had you need, for I scarce have strength for them.
Welcome, and fall to. I will not as yet burden you to ask you about your fortunes.
Give us some music, and a good cousin sing.
Blow, blow thou wind to wind, thou art not so unkind as man in gratitude. Thy tooth is not keen, for thou art not seen, although thy breath be rude. Sing hi-ho, hi-ho, unto the green-hearted, most friendship is fading, most loving, their body hi-ho. This life is most surely hi-ho. Freeze, freeze, thou bid the sky that was not quite so nigh, as better rest for God. Though thy waters pour, thy sting is not sharp, as friends remember not. Sing hi-ho, hi-ho, unto the green-hearted, most friendship is fading, most loving, dear body hi-ho. Life is most jolly hi-ho.
If thou were the good Sir Rowland's son, and his effigies my eyes do witness, most truly limbed and living in your face, be truly welcome hither. I am the Duke who loved your father. Forgive your hand, and let me all your fortunes understand.
Not see him sit. Sir, that cannot be. Look to it. Find out thy brother wheresoe'er he is, and bring him, dead or living, within this 12-month, or turn thou no more to seek a living within our territory. Thy lands and all things that thou dost call thine own, worth seizure, do we seize into our hands, till thou canst quit thee by thy brother's mouth of what we think against thee.
Well, that your highness knew my heart in this. I never loved my brother in my life.
More villain thou. We'll push him out of doors, and let my officers of such a nature make an extent upon his house and land. Do this expediently, and turn him going.
Hang there, my verse, in witness of my love. And thou, thrice-crowned Queen of Night, survey, with thy chaste eye from my pale still above, thy huntress name that my full life doth sway. O Rosalind, these trees shall be my books, and in their barks my thoughts are character, that every eye which in this forest looks shall see thy virtue witnessed. Everywhere! Run, run, Orlando, carve on every tree, the fair, the chaste, the unexpressive she.
And how like you this shepherd's life, Master Touchstone?
Truly, shepherd, in respect of itself, it is a good life. But in respect it is a shepherd's life, it is not. In respect it is solitary, I like it very well. But in respect it is private, it is a very vile life. In respect it is in the fields, it pleaseth me well. But as it is not in the court, it is tedious. As it is a spare life, look you, it fits my humours well. But as there is no more plenty in it, it goes much against my stomach. Is there any philosophy in thee, shepherd?
No more, but that I know, the more one seconds, the worse at ease he is. That he that wants for money, means, and content is without 3 good friends. That the property of water is to wet, of fire to burn, that good pasture makes fat sheep, that a great cause of the night is lack of the sons, and that he that hath no wit by nature nor art may complain of good breeding, or else comes from very dull kindred.
Such a one is a natural philosopher. Wast ever at court, shepherd?
No, truly.
Oh, then thou art damned.
Nay, I hope.
Oh, truly thou art damned, like an ill-roasted egg, all on one side.
For not being at court, your reason.
Why, if thou never wast at court, then thou never sawest good manners. If thou never sawest good manners, then thy manners must be wicked, and wickedness is sin, and sin is damnation. Thou art in a parlous state, shepherd.
Not a whit, Touchstone. Those that are good manners at the court are as ridiculous in the country as the behaviour of the country is most mockable at court. You told me once you salute not at court but that you kiss your hands. That courtesy would be uncleanly if courtiers were shepherds.
Instance, come, briefly, instance.
What, we are still handling our ewes, and their fells, you know, are greasy.
Do not your courtiers' hands sweat? Is not the grease of a mutton as wholesome as the sweat of a man? Shallow, shallow. A better instance, I say. Come.
You have too courtly a wit for me, Touchstone. I'll rest.
Oh, wilt thou rest damned? Oh, God help thee, shallow woman.
Sir, I am a true labourer. I earn what I eat, get what I wear, owe no man 8, envy no man's happiness, glad of other men's good, content with my arm, and the greatest of my pride is to see my ewes graze and my lambs suck.
That is another simple sin in you, shepherd. To bring the ewes and the rams together, and to offer to get your living by the copulation of cattle. If thou beest not damned for this, then the devil himself will have no shepherds. I cannot see how else thou shouldst escape.
Here comes young Master Ganymede, my new mistress's brother.
From the east to western Ind, no jewel is like Rosalind, though her worth being mounted on the wind, through all the world bears Rosalind. All the pictures fairest lined, all but black took Rosa blind. Let no face be kept in mind, but the fair of Rosalind.
I'll rhyme you so 8 years together, dinners and suppers and sleeping hours accepted.
Out, fool!
For a taste. If a heart do lack a hind, let him seek out Rosalind. If the cat will after kind, so be sure will Rosalind. Winter garments must be lined, so must slender Rosalind. They that reap must sheaf and bind, then to cart with Rosalind. Sweetest nut hath sourest rind, such a nut is Rosalind. He that sweetest rose shall find, must find love's brick and Rosalind. This is the very boss gallop of verses. Why do you infect yourself with them?
Peace, you dull fool! I found them on a tree.
Oh, truly the tree yields bad fruit.
Here comes my sister reading.
Why should this a desert be? For is it unpeopled? No. Tongues I'll hang on every tree that shall civil sayings show. But upon the fairest boughs, or at every sentence end, will I, Rosalinda, write, teaching all who read to know the quintessence of every sprite heaven would in little show. Therefore, heaven, nature charged that one body should be filled with all graces, wide enlarged. Heaven, nature, presently distilled thus, Rosalind of many parts, by heavenly synod was devised to many faces, eyes, and hearts, to have the touch's dearest prize. Heaven would that she there many gifts should have, and I, to live and die her slave. Oh now. Oh, that friend's back. Shepherd, go off a little. Go with him, Silver.
Come, shepherd, let us make an honorable retreat.
Didst thou hear these verses?
Oh yes, I found them all, and more too.
But didst thou read them without wondering how thy name should be hanged and carved upon these trees?
Before you came, look here what I found.
Oh, trow you who hath done this?
Is it a man?
Oh, and a chain that you once wore about his neck. Change your colour?
I prithee who?
Is it possible?
Nay, I prithee with most petitionary vehemence, tell me who it is.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful, and yet again wonderful, and most wonderful!
Good my complexion! Dost thou think I'm comparison like a man? I have a doublet and hose in my disposition! Pray you, tell me who it is quickly, and speak apace. Is he of God's making? What manner of a man? Is his head worth a hat, or his chin worth a beard?
Nay, he hath but little beard.
My God will send more if the man will be thankful. Let me stay the growth of his beard if thou delay me not the knowledge of his chin.
It is Orlando, who tripped up the restless heels and your heart both in an instant.
Nay, but the devil take mocking. Speak, sad brow and true maid.
If faith comes, 'tis he.
Orlando.
Orlando!
Alas the day! What shall I do with my doublet and hose? What did he when thou sawest him?
Oh, well, he...
How looked he? What said he? Where went he? What made he here? Where remains he? How parted he with thee? And when shalt thou see him again? Answer me in one word!
You must borrow me gargantuous mouth first. 'Tis too great a word for a mouth of this age's size. To say A and no to these particulars is more than to answer in a catechism.
But doth he know I am in this forest dressed in man's apparel? Looks as freshly he did the day he wrestled.
I found him under a tree like a dropped acorn.
Oh, it may well be called Jove's tree when it drops forth such fruit.
Audience, madam.
Proceed.
There lay he, strewn about like a wounded knight.
Oh, though it be pity to see such a sight, it well becomes the ground.
Cry hollow to thy tongue, I prithee, it covets unseasonably. He was furnished like a hunter.
Oh, ominous! He comes to kill my heart.
I would sing my song without a burden. Thou bringest me out of tune.
Do you not know I am a woman?
been herself alone.
As did I, and yet, for fashion's sake, I thank you too for your society.
God be with you, let's meet as little as we can.
I do desire, we may be better strangers.
I pray you, mar no more trees with writing love songs in their parks.
I pray you mar no more of my verses by reading them ill-favoredly.
Rosalind is your love's name?
Yes, just.
I do not like her name.
There was no thought of pleasing you when she was christened.
What stature is she
Just as high as my heart.
You are full of pretty answers. Will you sit with me, and we too will rail against our mistress the world in all our misery?
I will chide no breather in this world but myself, against whom I know most faults.
Your greatest fault is to be in love.
'Tis not a fault I will change for your best virtue. I am weary of you.
I'll tarry no longer with thee, Signor Love.
I am glad of your departure. Adieu, good Monsieur Melancholy.
I will speak to him like a saucy lackey. And on that habit, play the knave with him. Do you hear, Forester?
Very well. What would you?
I pray you, what is the clock?
You should ask me what time of day. There is no clock in the forest.
Then there is no true lover in the forest, or else sighing every minute and groaning every hour would detect the lazy foot of time as well as a clock.
And why not the swift foot of time? Had that not been as proper?
By no means, sir. Time travels in diverse paces with diverse persons.
Where dwell you, pretty youth?
With this shepherdess, my sister, here in the skirts of the forest, like fringe upon a petticoat.
Are you a native of this place?
As the coney that you see dwell where she is kindled.
Your accent is something finer than you could purchase in so removed a dwelling.
I have been told so of many, but indeed, an old religious uncle of mine taught me how to speak, who was in his youth an inland man, one who knew courtship far too well, for there he fell in love. I have heard him read many lectures against it, and I thank God I am not a woman to be touched with so many giddy offences as he hath generally taxed their whole sex withal.
Can you remember any of the principal evils he laid to the charge of women?
There were none principal. They were all as halfpence are, every one fault seeming more monstrous till his fellow fault came to match it.
I prithee recount some of them.
No, I will not cast away my physic, but on those that are sick. Oh, there is a man, haunts the forest, abuses our young plants with carving Rosalind
Lind.
on their branches, hangs odes upon hawthorns, elegies upon brambles, all forsooth deifying the name of Rosalind. If I could meet that fancy monger, I'd give him some good counsel, but he seems to have the quotidian of love upon him.
I am that he that is so love-shaked. I pray you tell me a remedy.
There were none of my uncle's marks upon you. He taught me how to know a man in love, in which a cage of rushes I'm sure you are no prisoner.
What were his marks?
A lean cheek, which you have not. A blue eye sunken, which you have not. An unquestionable spirit, which you have not. A beard neglected, which you have not. Then Your host of the ungartered, your bonnet unbandaged, your sleeve unbuttoned, your shoe untied, and everything about you demonstrating a careless desolation. But you are no such man. You are rather point device in your accoutrements, as loving yourself than seeming the lover of any other.
Fair youth, I could make thee believe I love.
Me, believe it. You may soon as well make her that you love believe it, which I warrant she is quicker to do than to confess she does. That is one of the points in which the women still give lie to their consciences. But, in good sooth, are you he that hangs the verses on the trees wherein Rosalind is so admired?
I swear to thee, youth, by the white hand of Rosalind, I am that he, that unfortunate he.
But are you so much in love with her as your rhymes speak?
Neither rhyme nor reason can express how much.
Love is merely madness. Yet, I profess curing it by counsel.
Have you ever cured any so?
Yes, one. And in this manner. He was to imagine me his love, his mistress, and I set him aside every day to woo. At which time would I, being but a moonish youth, grieve, be effeminate, changeable, longing and liking, proud, fantastical, apish, shadow, inconstant, full of tears, full of smiles. We now like him, then loathe him, now entertain him, then forswear him, then weep for him, then spit at him. That I drain my suitor from a humor of love to a living humor of madness, which was to forswear the full stream of the world and live in a nook merely monastic. And thus I cured him. And in this way I will take it upon me to wash your liver as clean as the sound sheep's heart, so that there shall not be one spot of love in it.
I would not be cured, youth.
I would but cure you, if you would but call me Rosalind, and come to my coat every day and woo me.
Now, by the faith of my love, I will. Tell me where it is.
You shall go with me to it, and I'll show it to you. And by the way, you shall tell me where in the forest you live. Will you go?
With all my heart, good youth.
Nay, you must call me Rosalind. Come, sister, will you go?
I'll fetch up your goats, Audrey. And how, Audrey? Am I the man yet? Doth my simple features content you?
Your features? Lord warn us. What features?
I am here with thee and thy goats. As the most capricious poet, honest Ovid was amongst the gods.
Oh, knowledge ill-inhabited worse than Jove in a thatched house.
Truly, I would the gods had made thee poetical.
I do not know what poetical is. Oh, is it honest in deed and word? Is it a true thing?
No, truly, for the truest poetry is the most feigned, and lovers are given to poetry, for what they swear in poetry, as lovers they do feign.
Stop. the gods made me poetical.
I do, for thou swear'st to me thou art honest.
Would you not have me honest?
No, truly, for honesty coupled to beauty is to have honey as sauce to sugar. A material fool.
Well, I am not fair, therefore I pray the gods make me honest.
Oh, truly, and to cast away honesty upon a foul slut were to put good meat into an unclean dish.
I am not a slut, though I thank the gods I am foul.
Well, God be praised for thy foulness. Sluttishness may come hereafter. As it may be, I will marry thee. And to that end, I have been with Sir Oliver Martex, the vicar of the next village, who hath promised to meet me in this place of the forest, and to couple us.
I would fain see this meeting.
Oh, man! A man may stagger in this attempt if he be of a fearful heart. For here we have no temple but the wood, and no assembly but horned beasts. But what though? Courage. Oh, here comes Sir Oliver. Sir Oliver Martex, you are well met. Will you dispatch us here under this tree, or shall we go with you to your chapel?
Is there none here to give the woman?
I would not take her on gift of any man.
She must be given, or the marriage is not lawful. Proceed. I'll give her.
Oh, good evening, good monsieur, what you call it. How do you, sir? You are well met, God ill you for your last company. I'm very glad to see you. Even a toy in hand here, sir. Nay, pretty be covered.
Will you be married, Motley?
Oh, as the ox hath his bow, the horse his curb, and the falcon her bells, so man his desires, and as pigeons bill, so wedlock would be nipping.
And will you, being a man of your breeding, be married under a bush like a beggar? Get you to a real church and find your priest who can tell you what marriage is. This fellow will join you like they join wainscot. And then one of you will prove a shrunk panel and warp.
I were not in the mind, but I were better to be married of him than of another, for he is not like to marry me well, and not being well married, it would give a good excuse for me hereafter to leave my wife.
Go with me, let me counsel thee.
Come, good Audrey, we must be married, or we must live in bawdry. Farewell, good Master Oliver, not, oh sweet Oliver, oh brave Oliver, leave me not behind thee, but wind away, begone I say, I will not to wedding with thee.
'Tis no matter, ne'er a fantastical knave of them all shall flout me out of my calling.
Never talk to me! I will weep!
Do, I prithee, but have the grace to whisper that tears do not become a man.
But why does he swear? He comes this morning and comes not.
Nay, certainly there is no truth in him.
Not true in love?
Yes, when he is in, but I think that he is not in.
You have heard him swear downright that he was.
Was is not is. Besides, the oath of a lover is no stronger than the words of a tapster. They are both the confirmers of false reckonings. He attends here in the forest of the Duke, your father.
I met the Duke yesterday and had a great question in him. He asked me of what parentage I was. So I told him of as good as he. So he laughed and let me go. But what talk with your fathers when there is such a man as Aliena?
That's a brave man. He writes brave verses, speaks brave words, swears brave oaths, and breaks them bravely. Oh, look at what's here.
Mistress and master, you have oft inquired after the shepherd that complained of love, who you saw sitting by me on the turf, praising the proud, disdainful shepherdess that was his mistress.
Well, and what of him?
If you shall see a pageant truly played between the pale complexion of true love and the red glow of scorn and proud disdain, go hence a little. I shall conduct you if you will mark it.
Oh, come, let us remove. The sight of lovers feedeth those in love. Bring us to the sight, and you shall say, I'll prove a busy actor in that play.
Phoebe! Phoebe! Sweet Phoebe, do not scorn me. Do not, Phoebe. Say that you love me not. But say not so in bitterness. The common executioner, whose art the custom sight of death makes hard, falls not the axe upon humble neck, but first begs pardon. Will you stand to be the knee that dies and lives by bloody drops?
I would not be thy executioner. I fly thee, for I would not injure thee. Thou tellest me there is murder in mine eyes. 'Tis pretty, sure, and very probable, that eyes, that are the frailest and softest things, who close their coward gates on atomies, should be called tyrants, butchers, and murderers. Now I do frown thee with all my heart, and if mine eyes can wound, now let them kill thee. Now counterfeit to swoon. Why now, fall down. Or if thou canst not, oh, for shame, for shame. Now show the wound mine eye hath made in thee. Scratch thee, but with a pin, and there remains some scar of it. Lean upon a rush. The cicatrice, incapable in pressure, thy palm some moment keeps. But now mine eyes, which I have darted at thee, thee not, nor I am sure there is no force in eyes that can do hurt.
Oh dear Phoebe, if ever, as that ever may be near, you meet in some fresh cheek the power of fancy, then shall you know the wounds invisible, which love's keen arrows make.
But till that time, come not thou near me. And when that time comes, afflict me with thy mocks, pity me not. For until that time, I shall not pity thee.
In why, I pray you? Who might be your mother, that you insult, exalt, and all at once over the wretched? What, though you have no beauty in you? As by my faith I see no more in you than without candle may go dark to bed. Must you therefore be proud and pitiless? Why? What means this? Why do you look upon me? I see no more in you than in the ordinary of nature's sales work. Odds my life, I think she means to tangle mine eyes too. No, faith, proud mistress, hope not after it. 'Tis not your inky brows, your amber hair, your bugle eyeballs, nor your cheek of cream that could attain my spirits to your worship. Oh, you foolish shepherd, wherefore do you follow her like foggy south wind, puffing wind and rain? You are 1,000 times more properer a man than she a woman. 'Tis such fools as you that make the world full of ill-favored children. 'Tis not her glass that flatters her, but you. And out of you she sees herself more proper than any of her lineaments can show her. But mistress, know yourself down on your knees and thank heaven fasting for a good man's love. For I will tell you friendly in your ear, sell when you can. You are not for all markets! Oh! Try the man mercy, love him, take his offer. Foul is most foul, being foul to be a scoffer. So take it to thee, shepherd. Very well.
Sweet youth, I'm pretty shy to hear together. I had rather hear you chide than this man woo.
He's fallen in love with her foulness, and she'll fall in love with my anger. Oh, if it be as fast as she answers thee with frowning looks, oh, I'll sauce her with bitter words. Why look you so upon me?
For no ill will I bear you.
I pray you, do not fall in love with me, for I'm falser than vows made in wine. Besides, I like you not. Come, sister, will you go? Shepherdess! Look on him better, and be not proud. Though all the world can see, none can be so abused in sight as he. Come, to a flock.
Dead shepherd, now I find thy store of might. Whoever loved that loved not at first sight.
Sweet Phoebe?
What say so, Sylvius?
Sweet Phoebe, pity me.
Why, I am sorry for thee, gentle Sylvius.
Wherever sorrow is, relief would be. If you do sorrow and my grief in love, by giving love, your sorrow and my grief were both exterminate.
Thou hast my love. Is not that neighbourly?
I would have you.
Why, that were covetousness. Sylvius, the time was that I hated thee. And yet, it is not that I bear thee love, but since that thou canst talk of love so well, thy company would, cause oxen to me. I shall endure, and I'll employ thee too. But do not look for further recompense in thine own gladness that thou art employed.
So only and so perfect is my love, and I in such a poverty of grace, that I shall think it a most plenteous crop, to glean the broken ears after the men the main harvest reaps. Loose now and then a scattered smile, and that I'll live upon.
Knowest thou
the youth that spoke to me a while?
Not very well, but I have met him oft. He hath bought the cottage and the bounds that the old Carlock was once master of.
Think not I love him, though I ask for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy, yet he talks well. But what care I for words? Yet words do well when he that speaks and pleases those that hear. Is a pretty youth. Not very pretty, but sure he's proud. And yet his pride becomes him. He'll make a proper man. The best thing in him is his complexion. And faster than his tongue did make offense, his eye did heal it up. He's not very tall. But for his years he's tall. His leg is but so-so. And yet as well, there was a pretty redness in his lip. A little riper and more lusty red than that mixed in his cheek. 'Twas just the difference betwixt the constant red and mingled damask. There be some women, Sylvius, as they marked him in parcels as I did, would have gone near to fall in love. But for my part, I love him not, nor hate him not. And yet, I have more cause to hate him than to love him. For what had he to do to chide at me? He said mine eyes were black, and my hair amber. And now I am remembered, scorned at me. I marvel why I answered not again. But that's all one. Omittance is no quittance. I'll write to him a very taunty letter, and thou shalt bear it. Wilt thou, Sylvius?
Phoebe, Phoebe, with all my heart.
I'll write it straight. The matter's in my head and in my heart. I will be better with him in passing short. Go with me, Sylvius.
I pray thee, pretty youth, let me be better acquainted with thee.
They say you are a melancholy fellow.
I am so. I do love it better than laughing.
Those that are in the extremity of either are abominable fellows, and betray themselves to every modern censure. Worse than drunkards.
Why, 'tis good to be sad and say nothing.
Why then, 'tis good to be a post.
I have neither the scholar's melancholy, which is emulation, nor the musician's, which is fantastical, nor the courtier's, which is proud, nor the soldier's, which is ambitious, nor the lawyer's, which is politic, nor the lady's, which is nice, nor the lover's, which is all these. But it is a melancholy of my own, compounded of many simple, extracted of many objects, and indeed, the sundry contemplation of my travels, where my awful illumination wraps me in a most humorous sadness.
Traveller, by my faith, you have great reason to be sad.
Yes, I have earned my experience.
And your experience makes you sad. I would rather a fool to make me merry than experience to make me sad.
Good day and happiness, dear Rosalind.
Nay then, God be with you and contemplate first.
Farewell, Monsieur Traveller. How now, Orlando? Where have you been all this while? You, a lover, and you serve me such another trick. Never come in my sight more.
My fair Rosalind, I come within an hour of my promise.
Break an hour's promise in love? He that will divide a minute into but 1,000 parts, and break but a part of 1,000 parts of a minute in the affairs of love, it may be said of him that Cupid hath clapped him all the shoulder. Oh, but Allah warrant him heart whole.
Pardon me, dear Rosalind.
Nay, and you be so tardy. Come no more in my sight. I at his leave be wooed of a snail.
Of a snail?
Nay, of a snail! For though he comes slowly, he carries his house on his head. A better jointure, I think, than you make a woman. Besides, he brings his destiny with him.
What's that?
Why, horns, which such as you are fain to be beholden to your wives for.
Virtue is no horn maker, and my Rosalind is virtuous.
And I am your Rosalind.
It pleases him to call you so, but he hath the Rosalind of a better leer than you.
Come, woo me, for now I'm in a holiday manner and like enough to consent. What would you say to me now I were your very, very Rosalind?
I would kiss before I spoke.
Nay! You would like to speak first, and when you would grapple with the lack of matter, you might take occasion to kiss. There be door, I can air out, they will spit. And for those lacking, God warns us matter. The cleanliest shift is to kiss.
And how if the kiss be denied?
And she puts you to entreaty, and there begins a new matter.
What, of my suit?
Yet out of your apparel, and yet out of your suit. Am I not your Rosalind?
I take some joy to say that you are, because I would be speaking of her.
Well, in her person, I shall say, I will not have you.
Then in mine own person, I die!
They die by attorney. The poor world is almost 6,000 years old, and in all that time, there was never any man died in a love cause. Men have died from time to time, and worms have eaten them, but not for love.
I would not have my right Rosalind of this mind, for I protest her frown might kill me.
By this hand, it will not kill a fly. But come now, I will be a Rosalind in a more coming on disposition. Ask me what you will, and I'll grant it.
Then love me, Rosalind.
Yes, faith will I, Fridays and Saturdays and all.
And wilt thou have me?
Ay, and 20 such.
What sayest thou?
Are you not good?
I hope so.
Why then, can one desire too much of a good thing? Come, sister, you shall be the priest and marry us. Give me your hands, Orlando.
Pray thee, marry us.
I cannot say the words.
You must begin. Will you, Orlando?
Will you, Orlando, take to wife this Rosalind?
I will.
Ay, but when?
Why, now, as fast as she can marry us.
Then you must say, I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I take thee, Rosalind, for wife.
I do take thee, Orlando, for my husband. Now tell me, how long would you have her after you've possessed her?
Forever and a day.
Say a day without the ever. No, Orlando. Men are April when they woo, December when they wed. Maids are May when they are maids, but the sky changes when they are wives.
But will my Rosalind do so?
By my life, she will do as I do.
Oh, but she is wise.
Or else she could not have the wit to do this. The wise are the way of order. Make the doors open upon a woman's wit, to allow at the casement. Shut that, to allow at the keyhole. Stop that, to fly up the smoke out at the chimney.
For these 2 hours, Rosalind, I will leave thee.
Alas, dear love, I cannot lack thee 2 hours.
I must attend the Duke at dinner. By 2 o'clock I will be with thee again.
Ay, go your ways. Go your ways. I knew what you would prove. My friends told me no less, and I thought no more. That and Tumblebills won me. So is but one cast away, and so come death. 2 o'clock is your hour.
Ay, sweet Rosalind.
By my troth, and in good earnest, and so God mend me, and by all pretty oaths that are not dangerous, if you break but 1 jot of your promise, or come within 1 minute behind your hour, I will think you the most pathetical break promise, the most hollow lover, and the most unworthy of her that you call Rosalind, that may be chosen after the gross band of the unfaithful! Therefore, beware of my censure, and keep your promise.
With no less religion than if thou wert indeed my Rosalind. So, adieu.
But time is the old justice that examines such offenders, and let time try. Adieu.
You have simply misused our sex in your love prate.
Oh, cuz, my pretty little cuz, that thou didst know how many fathom deep I am in love. But it cannot be sounding. My affection hath been unknown bottom, like the Bay of Portugal.
Or, rather, bottom less, that as fast as you pour affection in, it runs out.
No, I'll tell thee, Aliena, I cannot be out of the sight of Orlando. I'll go find a shadow and sigh till he come.
And I'll, sleep.
Which is he that killed the deer?
Sir, 'twas I.
Let's present him to the Duke like a Roman conqueror. and it would do well to place the deer's horns on his head for branch and victory. Have you no song forced for the purpose?
Yes, sir.
Sing it, because no matter how it be in tune, so it makes noise enough.
My gentle Phoebe did bid me give you this. I know not the contents, but, as I guess by the stern brow and waspish action which she did use as she was writing of it, it bears an angry tenor. Pardon me, I am but a guiltless messenger.
Patience herself would startle at this letter. She says I am not fair, and that I lack manners. Oh, she calls me proud in that she could not love me, for a man as rare as Phoenix. Odds my will, her love is not the hare I do hunt. Oh. Why writes she so to me? Oh. Well, shepherd, well. This is a letter of your own device.
No, I protest. I know not the contents. Phoebe did write it.
Come, you are a fool, and turned into the extremity of love. I dare say she never did invent such a letter. This is a man's invention and his hand.
Sure is hers.
Why? 'Tis a boisterous and cruel style. A style for challengers. Will you hear the letter?
So please you, for I never heard it yet. Yet heard too much of Phoebe's cruelty.
She, Phoebe's me. Mark how the tyrant writes. Art thou born to shepherd turned, that a maiden's heart hath burned? Can a woman rail thus?
Call you this railing?
Why thy God had laid upon, forest thou a woman's heart? Did you ever hear such railing? Whilst the eyes of men did woo me, that could do no vengeance to me. Meaning me a beast! If the scorn of your bright eye have power to raise such love in mine, alack in me, what strange effect would they work in mild aspect? Whilst you chide me, I did love, how then might your prayers move?
He brings this love to thee, little knows the love in thee, and by him fill up thy mind, whether that thy youth and kind will the faithful overtake of me.
And all I make, or else by him my love deny, and then I'll study how to die.
Call you this Chinan?
Alas, poor shepherd! Do you pity him? No, he deserves no such pity. Wilt thou love such a woman? What, to make thee an instrument to play false strains against thee, not to be endured? Well, go your way to her, for I see that love hath made thee a tamed snake. And say this to her, that if she loved me, will never have her, unless thou entreat for her. If you be a true lover, hence and not aware. Here comes my company.
Phoebe! Good morrow, fair ones. Pray you, if you know, where in the purlieus of this forest stands a sheepcote fenced about with olive trees?
Oh, west of this place, by the murmuring stream, left on your right hand brings thee to the place. But at this hour the house doth keep itself. There's none within.
If that and I may profit by a tongue, then should I know you by description. Such garments and such years. The boy is fair, of female favor, and bestows himself like a ripe sister. The woman low, and brother than the brother. Are not you the owner of the house I didn't inquire for?
It is no boast being asked to say that we are.
Orlando doth commend him to you both. And to that youth he calls his Rosalind, he sends this bloody napkin. Are you he?
I am. What must we understand by this?
Some of my shame, if you will know of me, what man I am, and how, and why, and where this handkerchief was stained.
Oh, I pray you, tell it.
When last the young Orlando parted from you, he left a promise to return again within an hour. And pacing through the forest, chewing the food of sweet and bitter fancy, lo, what befell. He threw his eye aside, and marked what object did present itself. Under an old oak, whose boughs were mossed with age, and high-top bulbs of dry antiquity, a wretched, ragged man, overgrown with hair, lay sleeping on his back. About his neck, a green and gilded snake had wreathed itself, who, with their head, nimble in threats, did approach the opening of his mouth. But suddenly, seeing Orlando, it unlinked itself, and with indented glides did slip away into a bush. Under which bushes shade a lioness, with the udders all drawn dry, lay couching, head on ground with cat-like watch, when that the sleeping man should stir. For 'tis the royal disposition of that beast, to prey on nothing that doth seem as dead. This seen, Orlando did approach the man, and found it was his brother, his elder brother.
Oh, I have heard him speak of that same brother, and he did render him the most unnatural that lived amongst men.
And well he might so do, for well I know he was unnatural.
But to Orlando, did he leave him there, food to the sucked and hungry lioness?
Twice did he turn his back on purpose so, but kindness, nobler ever than revenge, and nature, stronger than his just occasion, made him give battle to the lioness, who quickly fell before him, in which hurtling, from miserable slumber, I awakened.
Are you his brother?
Was you he rescued?
'Twas you that did so oft contrive to kill him.
'Twas I, but 'tis not I. I do not shame to tell you what I was, since my conversion so sweetly tastes, being the thing I am.
But for the bloody napkin!
By and by! In brief, he led me to the gentle Duke, who gave me fresh array at his tables, admitting me unto my brother's love, who led me instantly unto his cave. There stripped himself, and here, upon his arm, the lioness had torn some flesh away, which all this while had bled, and now he fainted, and cried and fainted upon Rosalind. Brief, I recovered him, bound up his wound, and after some small space, being strong at heart, he sent me hither. Stranger as I am, to tell this story, that you might excuse his broken promise, and to give this napkin, dyed in his blood, unto the shepherd youth that he henceforth doth call his Lazzaretti.
Why, how now, Ganymede? Oh, sweet Ganymede.
Many will swoon when they do look on blood.
There is more in it. Oh, cousin Ganymede.
Look, he recovers.
I would I were at home.
Oh, we'll lead you thither. I pray you, take him by the arm.
Be of good cheer, you a man! You lack a man's heart.
So I do. Sirrah, a body would think this was well counterfeit. I pray you, tell your brother how well I counterfeited.
This was not counterfeit. There's too great testimony in your complexion that it was a passion of earnest.
Counterfeit, I assure you!
Well then, take a good heart, and counterfeit to be a man.
So I do, but if I should have been a woman by rights.
Oh, come. You look paler and paler. Pray you draw homewards. Oh, good sir, go with us.
That will I. For I must bear answer back, can you excuse my brother Rosalind?
Shall buy something, but I pray you, commend my counterfeiting to him.
We shall find a time, Audrey. Patience, gentle Audrey.
Oh, thank the priest was good enough for all the old gentlemen say.
A most wicked Sir Oliver, Audrey. A most vile martyrs. But, Audrey, there is a youth in the forest here lays claim to you.
I know who it is. He hath no interest in me in the world. Ugh, here comes the man you mean.
Oh, it is meat and drink for me to see a clown. By my troth, we that have good wits have much to answer for. We shall be flouting. We cannot hold.
Good evening, Audrey.
God, good even, William.
And good evening to you, sir.
Good even, gentle friend. Cover thy head, cover thy head. Nay, prithee, be covered. How old are you, friend?
5-20, sir.
Oh, a ripe age. Is thy name William?
William, sir.
Oh, a fair name. Wast born in the forest here?
Ay, sir. I thank God.
Oh, thank God. A good answer. Art rich?
Faith, sir. So-so.
Oh, so-so is good. Very good. Very excellent. Good. And yet it is not. It is but so-so. Art thou wise?
Ay, sir, I have a pretty wit.
Oh, why, thou sayest well. Oh, I do now remember a saying. The fool thinks he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. Do you love this maid?
I do.
Give me your hand. Art thou wedded?
No, sir.
Well, then learn this of me. To have is to have, for it is a figure in rhetoric that drink, being poured out of a cup into a glass, by filling the one, doth empty the other. For all your writers do consent that ipsi is he. Now, you are not ipsi, for I am he. But which he, sir? He, sir, that must marry this woman. Therefore, you clown, abandon, which is in the vulgar, leave the society, which in the boorish is company, of this female, which in the common is woman, which together is abandon the society of this female, or clown thy parents, or to thy better understanding, dies, or to wit, I kill thee, make thee away, translate thy life into death, thy liberty into bondage. I will deal in poison or in steel. I will o'errun thee with policy. I will kill thee 150 ways. Therefore, tremble and depart.
God rest you, gentle sir.
Our master and mistress seeks you. Come, away, away.
Trip, Audrey, I attend.
It's possible that on so little acquaintance you should like her. that but seeing you should love her, and loving woo, and wooing she should grant, and will you persevere to enjoy her?
Neither call the giddiness in question, the poverty of her, the small acquaintance, my sudden wooing, nor her sudden consenting. But say with me, brother, I love Aliena! Say with her that she loves me. Consent with both, that we may enjoy each other. It shall be to your good. For my father's house, and all the revenue that was old Sir Roland's, will I sate upon you. And here live, and die, a shepherd.
You have my blessing. Let your wedding be tomorrow. Thither will I invite the Duke and all his consented followers. Go you and prepare, Aliena, for, look you, here comes my Rosalind.
God save you, brother.
And you,
sister?
Oh, my dear Orlando, how it grieves me to see thee wear thy heart in a scarf.
It is my arm.
I thought thy heart had been wounded with the claws of a lion.
Wounded it is, but with the eyes of a lady.
Did my brother tell you how well I counterfeited a swoon when he showed me your handkerchief?
Hey, and greater wonders than that.
Oh, I know where you are. Nay, 'tis true, for your brother and my sister no sooner met, but looked. No sooner looked, but loved. No sooner loved, but sighed. No sooner sighed, but asked each other the reason. No sooner knew the reason, but sought the remedy. And in these degrees, they have made a pair of stairs to marriage.
They shall be married tomorrow, and I will bid the Duke to the nuptial. But, oh, how bitter a thing it is to look into happiness through another man's eyes. By so much the more shall I tomorrow be at the height of high happiness, by how much I shall think my brother happy in having what he wishes for.
Why then? Tomorrow I cannot serve your turn for Rosalind?
I can live no longer by thinking.
Well, I will weary you then no longer with idle talking. Know me this, for now I speak to some purpose. Believe me, if you will, that I can do strange things. I have, since I was 3 years old, conversed with a magician most profound in his art. If you do so love Rosalind so near your heart as your gesture cries it out, when your brother marries Aliena, shall you marry her? I know into what straits of fortune she is driven, and it is not impossible for me to set her before your very eyes, human as she is, and without any danger.
Speakest thou in sober means?
By my life, which I tender dearly. So, put you in your best array, bid your friends, for if you will be married tomorrow, you shall, and to Rosalind, if you will. Oh, look. Here comes a lover of mine and a lover of hers.
Youth, you have done me much ungentleness to show the letter that I writ to you.
It is my study to seem despiteful and ungentle to you. You are therefore followed by a faithful shepherd. Look upon him, love him, he worships you.
Good shepherd, tell this youth what 'tis to love.
Is to be all made of sighs and tears, and so am I for Phoebe.
And I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to be all made of faith and service, and so am I for Phoebe.
And I for Ganymede.
And I for Rosalind.
And I for no woman.
It is to be all made of fantasy, all made of passion, and all made of wishes, all adoration, duty, and observance, all humbleness, all patience and impatience, all purity, all trial, all obedience. And so am I for Phoebe.
And so am I for Ganymede.
And so am I for Rosalind.
And so am I for no woman.
If this be so, then why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
If this be so, why blame you me to love you?
Why did you speak too? Why blame you me to love you?
To her that is not here, nor doth not here.
I pray you no more of this. 'Tis like the howling of Irish wolves against the moon. I would help you if I can. I would love you if I could. Tomorrow, meet me all together. I will marry you if I ever marry woman, and I will be married tomorrow. I will satisfy you if I ever satisfy man, and you shall be married tomorrow. I will content you if what pleases you contents you, and you shall be married tomorrow. Patience once more, as our compact is etched. Say you! If I bring in your Rosalind, you'll bestow her on Orlando here.
Well, that would I. Have I kingdoms to give with her?
And you say you'll have her when he brings her.
That would I, for I of all kingdoms king.
You say you'll marry me if I be willing.
That will I, should I die the hour after.
Or refusing me will wed this most faithful shepherd.
So is the bargain.
You'll say you'll have Phoebe if she will.
Though to have her and death were both one thing.
I would call to make all this matter even. Keep your word, O Duke, to give your daughter. Yours, Orlando, to receive his daughter. Keep your word, Phoebe, that you'll marry me, or refusing me, will wed this shepherd. Keep your word, Sylvia, that you'll marry her when she refuse me. From whence I go to make all these doubts even. As you love Rosalind, meet. As you love Phoebe, meet. And as I love no woman, I'll meet. So, bid you well, I have left you commands.
I'll not fail, if I live.
Nor I.
Nor I.
Today is the joyful day, Audrey. Today we will be married.
I did desire it with all my heart, and I always know this honest desire to be a woman of the world. Oh, here come all of the banished Duke's pages. Well met, honest gentlemen.
By my troth, well met. Come, sit, and a song.
We offer you, sit in the middle.
Shall we clap to it roundly without hawking, spitting, or saying such things as we are hoarse, which are the only prologues to a bad voice?
If faith, and both in tune like two minstrels on a horse.
It was a lover in a
Back to the hay and a hoe, and a hay and a nolly-nolly-no. For the cornfields pass in the springtime, the only pretty ring time. When the birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding-a-ding, sweet lovers love the spring. Between the acres of the rye, with a hay and a hoe, with a hay and a nolly-nolly-no. Country folk fly in the springtime, the only pretty ring time. When the birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding-a-ding, sweet lovers love the spring.
They sang that out
with a hay and a hoe, with a hay and a nolly-nolly-no. And the light was a flower in the springtime, the only pretty ring time. When the birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding-a-ding, sweet lovers love the spring. It's present time with a hay and a hoe, with a hay and a nolly-nolly-no. Love's round and prime in the springtime, the only pretty ring time. When the birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding-a-ding, sweet lovers love the spring. With the hay and the hoe and the nolly-nolly-no. In the springtime, the only pretty ring time. The birds do sing, hey, ding-a-ding-a-ding. Sweet lovers love the spring.
Truly, young gentlefolk, though there was no great matter in the ditty, yet the note was very untunable.
You are deceived, sir. We kept time. We lost not our time.
Oh, by my troth, yes, I counted but time lost to hear such a foolish song. God be with you.
and God mend your voices.
Dost thou believe, Orlando, that the boy can do all this that he hath promised?
I sometimes do believe and sometimes do not, as those who fear they hope and know they fear.
I seem to remember in this shepherd boy some lively touches of my daughter's favour.
My lord, the first time I ever met him, he thought he was a brother to your daughter.
Ah, there's show flood torn, these couples are coming to an ark. And here are a pair of very strange beasts which in all tongues are called fools.
Salutation and greeting to you all.
Good my lord, very welcome. This is the motley-minded gentleman I so often met in the forest. He hath been a courtier, he swears.
If any man doubt that, let him put me to my purgation. I have drawn a measure, I have flattered the lady, been politic with my friend, and smooth with mine enemy. I've undone 3 terrors, had 4 quarrels, and like to have fought 1. And how's that taken up? Faith, sir, we met and found it was upon the 7th cause.
How 7th cause? My lord, like this fellow.
Oh, I like them very well.
Oh, God ill you, sir, I desire you for life. I press in here amongst the rest of these country copulatives to swear and to forswear, as marriage binds and blood breaks, and ill-favoured the thing, sir, a poor virgin, sir, but mine own, a poor humour of mine, to take that no man else will.
But how 7th cause? How is the quarrel found upon the 7th cause?
Upon a lie 7 times removed. There your body more seeming or dream. As thus, sir, I did dislike the cut of a certain courtier's beard. He sent me word if I said it was not well cut. He was in the mind it was. This is called the retort courteous. If I sent him word again, it was not well cut, he would send me word, he cut it to please himself. This is called the quip modest. Again, it was not well cut, he disabled my judgment. This is called the reply churlish. Again, it was not well cut. He would answer, I spake not true. This is called the reproof valiant. Again, it was not well cut. He would say, I lie. This is called the countercheck quilter. And so, the lie circumstantial and the lie direct.
How oft did you say his beard was not well cut?
I durst go no further than lie circumstantial, and he durst not give me the lie direct. And so we measured swords and parted.
Can you nominate, in order, the degrees of the lie?
Oh, sir, we quarrel in print, by the book, as you have books for good manners. I will name you the degrees. The first, the retort courteous. The second, the quip modest. The third, the reply churlish. The fourth, the reproof valiant. The fifth, the countercheck quilter. The sixth, the lie with circumstance. The seventh, the lie direct. All these you may avoid, but the lie direct. But you may avoid that too with but and if. I knew when 7 justices could not take up a quarrel, but when the parties met themselves, one of them thought but of an if. As in, if you said so, then I said so. And so they shook hands and swore brothers. Your if is the only peacemaker. Much virtue in if.
Is this not a bad fellow, my lord? He is as good as anything, and yet a fool.
Well, he uses his folly like a stalking horse, and under the presentation of that, he shoots his wit.
Then there is mirth in heaven, when earthly things may even atone together. Good Duke, receive thy daughter. Marriage from heaven hath brought her, yea, brought her hither, that thou mightst join her hand with his,
whose heart within his bosom is.
To you I give myself, for I am yours.
If there be truth in sight, you are my daughter.
To you I give myself, for I am yours.
If there be truth in sight, you are my Rosalind.
If sight and shape be true, why then, my lovely Jew.
I'll have no father if you be not he. I'll have no husband if you be not he. Nor ne'er wed no woman if you be not she. Peace ho, I bar confusion, but I must make conclusion of these most strange events.
Here's eight that must take hands to join in marriage bands, if truth holds true content. You and you, no cross shall part. You and you are heart in heart. You to his love must accord, or have a woman to your lord. You and you are sure together, as the winter to foul weather. While say wedlock hymn we sing, feed yourselves with questioning, that reason wonder may diminish, how thus we met, and these things are finished.
When with great Juno's crown, oh blessed fond of old, 'tis every people, every town, island, long the honor, high honor and renown. To love on with great Juno's crown.
Oh, my niece, welcome to me. Oh, even daughter, welcome in no less degree.
I will not eat my word, now thou art mine. Thy faith my fancy to thee doth combine.
Let me have audience for a word or two. I am the second son of old Sir Roland, that bringing these tidings to the fair assembly. Duke Frederick, hearing how that every day men of great worth resort to this forest, addressed the mighty power, which were on foot in his own conduct to bring his brother here and put him to the sword. And to the skirts of this wild wood he came, where when meeting with no religious man, after some question with him was converted, both from his enterprise and from the world. His crown bequeathing to his banished brother, and all the lands restored to him again that were with him exiled.
Welcome, young man. Thou offerest fairly to thy brother's wedding. To one, a land withheld, and to the other, a land itself at large, a potent dukedom. Well, first, let us in this forest do those ends which were well begun and well begot. And after, every of this happy number which hath endured shrewd days and nights with us shall share in the return and fortune of our joy according to the measure of their states. But meanwhile, forget this new-found dignity and fall into our rustic revelry. Play music, and you brides and bridegrooms all, with the measure heaped in joy to the measures fall.
Sir, by all means. If I hear rightly, the Duke hath put on a religious life and thrown into neglect the pompous court.
He hath.
To him will I. Out of these convertites, there is much to be heard and learned. You to your former honor I bequeath. Your patience and virtue well deserves it. You to your love which your true faith doth merit. You to your land and love and great allies. You to a long and well-deserved bed. And you to a wrangling, for your loving voyage is but 2 months' victual. So to your pleasures, I am for other than dancing measures. No, stay, Jacoby, stay. To see no pastime I, what you would have, I'll stay to know in your abandoned cave.
Oh, proceed, proceed. We'll begin these rites, as we do trust they'll end in true delight.
Join hands and join in song, all those who live by love. High amid the trees, lives joy we dreamed of. Come hither, come hither, come hither. Here we lie with thee. Come one, come all, come hither. Under the greenwood tree. All the world's a stage for forever and a day. Time travels faces strange. We'll dance until we're gray. Come hither, come hither, come hither. Here we lie with thee. Come one, come on, come hither. Under the greenwood tree. Here we lie with thee, those who have seen. Under the greenwood tree, under the greenwood tree.
It is not the fashion to see the lady, the epilogue, but it is no more unhandsome than to see the lord, the prologue. If it be true that good wine needs no bush, 'tis true that good play needs no epilogue. Yet, to good wine they do use good bushes, and good plays prove the better with the help of a good epilogue. What a case am I in then, that am neither a good epilogue, nor cannot insinuate with you in the behalf of a good play. I am not furnished like a beggar, therefore to beg will not become me. My way is to conjure you, and I'll begin with the women. I charge you, O women, for the love you bear to men, to like as much of this play as please you. And I charge you, O men, for the love you bear to women, as I can see by your simpering, none of you hates them, that between you and the woman the play may please. If I were a woman, I would kiss as many of you as had beards that liked me, complexions that pleased me, and breaths that I defied not. And I'm sure for as many of you as have good faces or good beards or sweet breaths, will for my kind Arthur, when I make curtsy, bid me farewell.